Hello and welcome. My name is Ingrid, and today we're going to do some core exercises that a lot of times we do at the end of our class. They're a little bit of stretch and a little bit of core both. So the first one we're going to start with is the 90-90 stretch. So as you're doing this at home, there's no time pressure, no peer pressure. So I want you to really take some time and get yourself in a good 90-degree angle. So the knee is at 90-degree angle. Sometimes people I see put too tight and not enough. So the way this exercise or stretch works is really at optimally 90-degree angle. So 90 here, then 90 degrees here with both legs, and then 90 degrees here. Again, I see a lot of people bring that leg in too much, but really we want this to be at right angles, right angle to each other, and another right angle. From here, we're going to stretch forward. So the first stretch is with the nose right over the knee. If you feel a stretch there, then by all means hold that. If you do not feel a stretch there, then you can move yourself in towards the foot more or out away from the foot. Okay, so either way, I want you to hold there, and this is a great one to hold for a long period of time, 30 seconds to a minute. So I'm going to stay here for another few seconds, and then I'm going to switch sides. Good, all right. So here we go, so switching sides. And take your time, pause if you need to get yourself into the right position. It's worth the effort to do so. So again, you are 90 degrees here, no further, no less, and 90 degrees here. And also your back knee is 90 degrees. And then you're going to lean forward over your knee. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds together. So if you need longer, then go ahead and pause this. There you go. Okay, great. The next one, we're going to come up to your hands and knees, like so. And we're going to hold this stretch. Then the leg that's in the front, you put the hand on that. You lift the opposite arm up. From here we can side bend and up and side bend. So I like to make this a little bit of a moving stretch. And a good 5 or 6 is good. There you go. So to advance this, we're going to lift both arms up like so. Okay, now there comes a little bit more balance. And again, to advance this, we're going to go ahead and twist away from the thigh and towards it. Away and towards, and one more time, away and towards. Next, we're going to again twist, reach your arms long, look over your back fingers, bring your arms back up, twist, and again looking over your back fingers. 2 more times, inhale up, exhale back, inhale up, exhale, and inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. It's important here that you're allowing this rib cage here to really rotate. So we're going to do a couple more for that. So rotate, Rotate like you're slicing through the air. And again, you're welcome to look at your back fingers. And up. I'm going to go ahead and go to the other side. So here we go. First we take the stretch. You always want to make sure that your foot is in front of your knee. It gives you a nice good balance. You also want to make sure your leg is in front of your hip. And let's go ahead and inhale up. Side bend. Inhale up. Side bend. And up. Side bend. And last one. Side bend. Lift both arms up. Inhale. Exhale to twist. And twist. Rotate those ribs. Good. Adding our warrior arms here. Reach. Inhale. Reach. Inhale and reach. Inhale and reach. And one more. And here we go for the last twist. So I've given you basically 3 stages for an add-on to this hip stretch. And we're going to come down. I want you to come down to your hands and knees. Let's go ahead and do some cat-cow stretches. So what is wonderful to do is organize the movement so that you start from your tailbone going through all the way to your head and drop your head. Now lift from your head side. So head to tail. And now tail, take your time and really pull the abdominals up and in, expanding your low back, and drop your head. Inhale and exhale. Okay, the next two we're going to do from head to tail. So I'm going to drop my head first, then I'm going to push my hands through the floor to round my thoracic spine and finish in the tailbone. Coming out of this, I'm going to expand the tailbone, going through the whole spine like a wave, ending up at the head, cervical spine. So one more time, you're going to drop your head. You're going to expand the upper back, the mid back, the lower back. I'm pushing both my hands and my knees into the floor. And I'm going to think about lengthening my tailbone out through my wall and coming back up. Okay, next we're going to loosen up the back some more. We're going to go side to side a little bit like so. Side to side. And side to side. Now we're going to bring the opposite sides together. So I'm going to bring my tailbone closer to my shoulder. Look over. And here as well. Going to bring the tailbone over. It's called wagging the tail. On the next one, I'm going to lengthen my leg up. So as I do, I make sure I pull my abdominals in. I'm going to swing my leg over and I'm going to look at my foot. And then I'm going to swing my leg around and I'm going to look at my foot from the other direction. So I look at my foot here, say hello foot, and say hello foot on the other side. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to stretch out my other leg. I'm going to bring it around to the same side first, and then the opposite side. Same side first, say hello, and bring it around and say hello. Okay, super. Next, we're going to go ahead and sit sideways. Sitting sideways, I want you to practice holding on to your ankle and then pull yourself in towards your ankle and come back down. Bring yourself in towards your ankle and back. And one more time, bring yourself in towards your ankle and come back. So you can either swing your legs over to the other side, or you can go ahead and push yourself up to sitting and then move your legs over. Then hold on to the ankle, side bend, and back. Side bend, and back, and side bend. And you may need to do more of these as well, especially sometimes one side is tighter. So again, feel free to pause at any time that you need, and side bend. Again, sweep your legs around to the other side, or lift up and swing down. A lot of people are surprised that this looks so difficult, and yet it's not that difficult to do actually. So give it a try. On this side now, we're going to put the same hand that's by the front knee, and we're going to go ahead and side bend this way. So we've already done the difficult first. So this is easier. On this time, we're going to go ahead and side bend and lift up and back down. And two more like that. Side bend, lift up and back down. One more time. Side bend, lift up. Give yourself a little more of a stretch through the hand and back down. And lift, turn around. Okay, so here we go. We're going to side bend and back, side bend and back, side bend and back. Let's go ahead and lift up and back. Or you can start with this and then lift and back. And one more side bend. Then lift, increase the stretch and back. Super. Okay, next I want you to go ahead and lie on your back. We're going to do a bridge. So the way that I really like the bridge is to, so see my feet are flat on the mat. I like to lift my hips and bring my hands over my head so that the back of the nails, the nail beds are on the floor, like so. Then when I lower my hips, I bring my hands down. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And inhale up, exhale down. And one more, inhale up and exhale down. From here, what will feel really good right now is some windshield wipers. So a lot of times people want to put their feet together for windshield wipers, and yet your feet should be apart so that the top leg can drop a little closer to the floor. So do as many as you feel is necessary. Great. Okay, from here let's go into a figure 4 stretch. So figure 4 stretch, we put the top leg, bend the knee and put it on top of your thigh. Then we're going to reach the hands through the center and around the outside thigh and pull closer. And here I really like to do these ankle circles. If you've been to my class, you know how big I am on ankle circles, because this keeps your ankle sort of supple and also strengthens it. And then point and flex. I like to do these every day, and I like to do them about 8 to 10 every time. Good. And let's place our foot down, switch to the other side. So I like to lift my leg up first and then place it over so it's already pre-stretched, and then come through and circle your ankle. And reverse. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And bend and stretch. Bend, stretch, and stretch. And one more. That's good. All right. Bring your knees in, and now we're going to come on over to the side. And these, I call them bananas, banana stretches. So basically the first one, you're going to take your arm over and bring it to your leg. So here, go down and up. If you lift your head and shoulders, it becomes an ab exercise as well. And if you don't, it just remains a nice stretch and a mobility for your waist and side. And 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and roll over onto our back. We're going to crisscross your right foot over your left, and you're going to pull with the right foot your body over to the left side, like so. You're going to lie back on your back, crisscross your left over right, and pull yourself to this side. So again, you're going to lie on your back, crisscross your foot so right goes over left ankle, pulls you over to the right side, and come back. Bring your left foot over across it to the right ankle, and pull yourself over to the left side. So it's a strong pull from the top leg. Okay, next I'm gonna turn around and we'll do the banana on the right side. Here we go. So here we go. We go up and down, and I have a reformer in the way here. So up and down, up and down, up and down, or stay on the same side. One more. It's up and it's down. Super. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and do some more side lying stretches. So this next one is called the flying fish. So the flying fish, you're going to bring your legs forward, and you're going to lift up the legs and then just point and flex. Point and flex. I'm going to stretch out my legs a little bit more, but basically you want to be fairly straight. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and one more, point and flex. And then next we're going to do some marching. So we're just going to bring the top leg in and straighten it out. Top leg comes in, straightens out. Top leg comes in, straightens out. Top leg, in and back out. And one more, bring it in and back out. On the next one, we're going to go ahead and rotate so that the foot is up here, but the knee is touching the floor. And we're going to push up. So rotate inwardly and push up. And it is not done enough, that inward rotation. So here we go, 4, here's 3, and 2, and 1. Good, I bend my knees, I push myself up, and I go over to the other side. So here we go. Flying fish is first. See if you can see my feet there. I lift up, and I point and flex both feet. So a lot easier to do when you're straight. But I point and I flex, point, flex, point, flex. I hold my legs off the ground. Also easier to do if you're lying on your arm. and put a pillow in between. And so next one is a march. So single leg march. So it's up and down. So you want to keep that bottom leg as little bend as possible so that the most of the support comes from your waist. 3 and 2 and 1. And here we go. Internally rotate. That knee comes down, foot stays up, pushing up diagonally. Come in and push up. Coming in and pushing up. Bring it in, push up, bring it in, pushing up, bring it in, pushing up. And one more. Bring it in and pushing up. Okay, bend both knees and push yourself back up to sitting. All right, next we're going to go ahead and do some more side things. We're going to do basically a side bridge. So up to you if you want to do it on your forearm. So on the forearm, it looks like this. And let's go ahead and do at least 8 in any shape that you want. This would be the easiest. And of course, this would be harder. And good. Okay, swinging the legs around to the other side. So we lift up, 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 and up, and come back up on your hand and lift 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down. Okay, let's go ahead and bring yourself around one more time. A lot of people want to advance it by doing the side bridge with straight legs, and that's okay too, except when your knees are bent, it works your gluteus medius, which is often overlooked, but it's a great back supporter and your hip supporter. On the next one, we're going to go ahead and lift up like so, and then we're going to go ahead and bring our hips towards your feet and forward. So we're going to do a little fold there. That's a great stretch for your hip and low back area. You can put both hands down and down and up and back towards the feet and up. And sit down and go to the other side. Okay, so here we go. We're going to lift up. We're going to bring our body towards our feet and forward, towards our feet and forward. That's on the forearm. On the real, on the real arm, on your full arm. Again, you go forward and back, and you can also play with the top arm. Place it up. But the main thing is to get this area. One more. Down and up. All right, we're going to finish with our prone stretches. So here, I want you to just go ahead and put your hands by your side, as far apart as you need to for your flexibility, and lift and lower. So very important as you pick up your upper body that you're picking up your abdominals too. So that way your low back is supported, otherwise it is not. On the next one, we're going to pick up, we're going to hold our abs in, we're going to look left and right. Continue to hold your abs in as you look left and right. And one more time, looking left, looking right, and lower down. Okay, thumbs up. Here we go. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. You can do these also standing. So if your flexibility does not allow this, then we can do them standing. And we can also do these little pulses. Great for your posture and for the upper back flexibility. So let's go ahead and finish here with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press yourself up. Okay, here we go. Separate your knees, going into child's pose. And so as you're in child's pose, go ahead and think about stretching your hands forward and your tailbone back. Practice your lateral breathing here, where you bring your inhale out to the side, expanding your ribs laterally and closing them on the exhale. So you can think about like a balloon expanding out to the side and closing. And let's do one more breath together here. Inhale and exhale. And thank you for joining me today.